Hey Java junkies, as promised, I'm going to do my fire starter video for you. I have some new products that I found and we're going to give it a try, and some old fashioned products that have been around for quite a while. So bear with me and we'll get started. Alright, so what I have here are some fire products that we're going to try. Some that have been around. I'm sure some of these are pretty familiar to some of you people. We have Instafire fire starter. I have Zippo tinder shreds. I have the Micro Infernos. I have the Lightning Nugget fire starters. That round block is from Missouri Hearth and Home, and it's 100% cedar fire puck. I have the Coghlan's fire paste. These are called Velocity fire starter sticks, which actually look just like the Cricket ones that I got from the dollar store. They look almost exactly the same, so we'll try them, see how they burn compared to the Crickets. And then the Coghlan's emergency tinder kit. So those are what we're going to try today, and we'll see how they work. So bear with me and we'll get started with, we'll just start right in a row. We'll start with the Instafire, and we'll go right down the row and see how they burn. All right, Java junkies. All right, so how we're going to accomplish this is I'm going to take my Mora, and if we need fat wood I'll use it, but we're going to try to start everything with a ferro rod first. If not, I'll just light it with a lighter. So we'll get started. We're going to do the Instafire first, see how that works. I've never played around with this, but I'll just put a mound down. And I'm just going off the cuff here. I didn't read any instructions. I didn't, because I just want to know how it's going to work. And we'll see if the ferro rod will be able to start it. A little smoke there. There we go. All right, so that's the Instafire, and that lit with the ferro rod, no problem. Took a few strikes, but that worked. Looks like it has a pretty decent flame. You would think it probably be long enough to be able to get a fire going. And it's throwing some serious heat too. I mean, this is throwing major heat. I don't know if it's got a degree on it or not. You know, some of them, like I know the Esbits go up 3,000 degrees. Here it says it lights wet wood, burns at nearly 1,000 degrees, burns in winds up to 30 miles per hour, burns on snow, even floats and burns on water. There's a test we'll try. Do another video on that. Long burn time, 1/8 of a cup will burn 5 to 7 minutes. 5-year shelf life. No harmful chemicals, safe to store near food. And it says Instafire's ash is a natural fertilizer. That's pretty cool. So there you go. That's the Instafire. Actually burns pretty good. And this I got at Walmart. I think it was on sale. I think it was 99 cents a bag, something like that. And there's a decent amount in there. 1 3/4 ounces, but I mean, there's a pretty decent amount of this in there. So I actually really like that. That's That's pretty cool. That to me is a win, without a doubt. I mean, that you can spread over some wet logs till it dries out to catch logs on fire. So yeah, that's a good one. We'll move this off to the side and we'll move on to the next thing. So Instafire gets a thumbs up for me. All right, so next is the Micro Infernos. This says, carefully scrape one side of the cylinder to expose the fine fibers inside. So, just use a Mora. Now cutting myself here. Hope I'm doing this in frame. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. There. All right. Let's see what we can do with this with a ferro rod. I'm definitely hitting it with the sparks. Yeah, I'm gonna fluff it up a little bit more. Let's see what that does. There we go. So not too bad, that caught pretty quick. Now the Micro Infernos, doesn't say how long they last. I would imagine they don't last too long. Yeah, 100% waterproof. Here we go. Burns 4 to 5 minutes. So, I mean, it lit. Was able to do it with the ferro rod, so that works. All right. In the interest of time, I don't want to make a long ass video here. I'm already at 6 minutes and I only lit 2 things on fire, so keep moving along. I'll just put this off to the side here. All right, Zippo tinder shreds. All natural pine and paraffin. So these say ignites with spark or flame, burns up to 8 minutes. So water resistant, wind resistant. So ignites with spark, we'll try that. You know, these had a pretty good review on them. People really seem to like these. There's a little bit, almost caught. Here we go. All right, that wasn't too bad. So far we're 3 for 3 on being able to light things with a ferro rod. Not bad. Boy, that tinder shred is throwing some pretty good heat too. Nothing like that first stuff, the Instafire. That really threw some heat. It says 1,000 degrees, but I'll tell you what, you ask me, I think that felt like it was throwing almost as much heat as those 3,000 degree Esbits. Okay, there's your tinder shred. Micro Inferno's still going over here. Still going strong too. So, yeah. I'd say that's a win. You'll be able to get your campfire going with that. So, move that off to the side here before I set my fat wood stick on fire. All right, 3 for 3. Next is the Lightning Nugget fire starters. These quick and easy starts. And I can tell you, these are made more for the campfire. No more newspaper, no more kindling. Just one is all it takes, great for barbecues. I can tell you, I did experiment with this a little bit. And I was unable to get it lit with a ferro rod. So that was not. I'm gonna do something with this tinder shred here. Put it over there. Just let me stomp that out. Okay. But these I could not get lit with a ferro rod. I even scraped some fat wood on top of them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna just try to get in there a little bit more. My knife is hot. All right, let's see what that does. I'm definitely hitting it with the sparks. And this is the problem I had last weekend. Couldn't get it with the ferro rod. So I did light it with a lighter, and it did light pretty well. I mean, it's definitely enough to get it going for a campfire. But it's definitely a strikeout with the ferro rod. That definitely did not work. So this one's actually giving me a little bit of a hard time to start too. These I got on Amazon. I believe this box was, I want to say $5 for 12 of them, somewhere around there. Now, it does burn a long time. Sorry about that. Almost knocked my tripod over. It does burn for a long time. I don't know if it says on here. Burn strong for 15 minutes. It did burn for a long time, like I said, but I don't know. It's definitely not something for your... I wouldn't want to be carrying this big nugget around in my survival bag or anything like that. There's, heck, the Micro Inferno burned great, and you know, it's so much smaller and carry so many more of them than those. So as you saw, it was a strikeout. That's twice now I tried with a ferro rod. That didn't work. So yeah, lighting a campfire, yeah, it'll work. 15 minutes gives you a long time, but it is 100% natural. I wouldn't be afraid to cook something over it and eat it, but yeah, so there you go. Here's your lightning nuggets. Like I said, I wouldn't buy them again. Alright, next we will try the Velocity fire starter sticks. Like I said, these look just like the Crickets that I got in the dollar store for $1. So they don't have the match head on them, but basically the same thing. All right, when I broke it off, it's kind of fibrous there, so we'll see if I can get it with a ferro rod. There we go. Now, I wasn't able to do that with the Cricut. Wasn't able to get it started with a ferro rod, so that's a plus. Well, it was a plus. Maybe it's going out now. Seems like that little fibrous part that I had I got up to the top there. That's what lit, but the rest of it didn't want to go. We'll try that again. There we go. So I just had to score it up a little bit more. That's working. Let's stomp out this other one. All right, so we are what, 1 for 4, or I'm sorry, 3 for 4 with the ferro rod. The only one I couldn't get lit was the lightning nugget. All right, moving on. Wow, I have 14 minutes already. Let me get moving here. All right, so next is the Coglins. These were called a tinder kit, and you get these little tinders in it, and it has one of these Everstrikes, I believe they're called. Those matches are actually pretty neat. What you do is you fill up in here with just regular lighter fuel for like a Zippo, and then it has just a piece of some kind of, I don't know what it actually is on the end there, and I don't know if you can see, but it has a striker, and then here's your little magnesium striker thing. So it actually, it works pretty good. I think it was Friday night, or was it last weekend? I don't know. I almost burned myself up. What I did is, I'm sure the alcohol didn't help either, but I went to light it, and when I did that, I was still holding the main part in my hand, and once you take that top part out, you know, that's open, so all that fluid's in there, and as I'm striking it, I did this, and the liquid went over my hand, and my hand lit on fire. So it didn't burn me or nothing, thank God. Put it out right away, but yeah, that was pretty dumb. But it's actually something I could see something like that happening in the field, not being careful with it. All right, so we'll try these little tinders. They come with the Coglins kit. Now these feel, basically just have wax on the outside. This basically feels like a piece of cotton with wax on the outside. Nothing special. There you go. If you guys want, I can do a video on the Everstrike mat, show you how it works. Probably light myself on fire again, but I'll make for some good comedy. All right, so moving on. That makes us what, 5 for 6 with the ferro rod. Now, Coglins fire paste. Quick, clean fire starter. So, this doesn't tell you how long it'll last. I guess that's obviously going to depend on how much you put on. But it says you're supposed to squeeze it onto flammable product. So put some leaves on a piece of wood and we'll try it. All right, so it's got like a super glue thing. It's got a puncture tube on the cap. I don't know how well this goes, but it looks like a pretty good sized blob. I'll try that with the ferro rod. Maybe not. Looked like it was going to there for a second. There we go. That burns pretty good. The fire paste, I don't remember what I paid for that. So that puts us 5 for 6 on the ferro rod. Not bad. Pretty good odds there. No smell. I mean, there's that black smoke coming off of that, but there's no smell to it. So I don't know if it says contains petroleum distillates and ethyl alcohol. So, but yeah, there you go. There's the Coghlan's fire paste. This Velocity fire starter thing is still going strong, and it's solid. There's still a lot there yet. It feels like it could burn a while. I don't know if it says. It says it's 50%. I don't know if you can see that. 50% paraffin wax, 50% wood particles. 100% guaranteed to light, non-toxic, leaves no odor, no need for lighter fluids or kindling. Doesn't tell you how long it's supposed to last, but it's going pretty good. Better than the Crickets. But then again, those were $1 at the dollar store, so. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything, with the exception of the Missouri Hearth and Home 100% cedar fire disc. This thing looks crazy. I'll just score it up here a little bit. See if we can get that going. I don't know about this one. This might be a strikeout with the ferro rod. Definitely throwing sparks at it. Nope. No. Got a little smoke there. It's like it wants to go. No. Just do it the old reliable. Now these cedar fire stick or discs, there was 12 in a box, and I think they were $8, $8 or $9 on Amazon. And when I quote the price on Amazon, guys, I'm quoting, I have Amazon Prime, so I'm quoting everything that's shipping, everything involved, so I don't pay for shipping with the Prime. So if you have Prime, some of the stuff's a pretty good deal. I'll tell you what, mostly I'm impressed more than anything by this. It was 89 or 99 cents at Walmart. And there's a fair amount in there. And that really burned hot. So that's really impressive. I think I get more of that, especially when you have wet logs and you know, or damp. You spread that on top, and it even tells you right on the package that that's what it's recommended for. You spread that right on top, and I lit it with a ferro rod, no problem. That'll burn. The heat coming off of that says 1,000 degrees. I think it's hotter. That'll definitely burn hot enough to dry out your wood and get it going. So everything burned. Only two things I couldn't get with the ferro rod, and that's the Missouri Cedar Fire Puck and the Lightning Nuggets. Couldn't get going with the ferro rod. But, I mean, everything burned well. Wasn't really disappointed in anything. So my number one, if I were to say, favorite of them all is the Instafire. And, you know, I was a little surprised by those Velocity fire sticks that went pretty long. But the, definitely Instafire. The Zippo Tinder Shred was pretty impressive. The fire paste worked well. So, there you go, guys. You tell me. These, Cedar Fire Pucks are they'll burn for quite a while. They don't really give you any directions or anything. The packaging is exactly what you saw. It's just a piece of clear plastic. There's not much else to it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We tried 8 products, and we got 6 of them to light with a ferro rod. Pretty impressive. So there you go. Any questions? Put it down in the comments below. I can do a follow-up. If I get enough questions and answers, I'll answer them in the comments below. You can shoot me a private message. If you have anything you want to see me try, any recommendations, give me a name of the product and I'll purchase it and we'll give it a shot. I'm willing to try anything out. So you guys see something like those Lightning Nuggets, I never saw them before. And the Velocity Fire Sticks, I haven't seen them before. So those were new to me. And all these products except for the Tinder Shreds and the Micro Infernos, I've tried these before, but the you know, all the rest of it was new to me. So there you go. Like I said, let me know anything you want me to try. I'll purchase it, we'll try it. Now, if you tell me something and I look it up and it's 40 bucks for a little cube or something like that, I'm not going to be buying that, sorry. But I will, I'll give it a shot, just let me know. Alright guys, if you liked the video, please like. If you're not subscribed and you like what you see, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Take care, and God bless.